We stand at the threshold to truth.
If you would heed my call, prove now your worth. Show that you've the strength to break the yoke that binds you.
I would ask aught of you, Arisen. Please, take this. My mistress gathered their like as she sought her way through the depths. She died as she was done. If you would take up her task, pray bring them here to me. I trust that you will see my mistress' will done. I shall await you further on.
And here we are in the Everfall. It looks very, very different than when we last ventured into the Everfall. We fought some ogres and we got attacked by some tentacles after we examined the Flame Servant throne, but it has now erupted, opened up, unleashed numerous monsters upon the land, and has split into several different sections that we will be exploring throughout the rest of the game. But anyway, hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello, and welcome back to Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen for the PC. As you just saw, we have fallen into the Everfall, and we just spoke to Quince. That name and the face might actually sound and look familiar because that is a pawn that we used in the very early stage of the tutorial section when we were playing as Soren. We summoned Quince and another pawn to help us out, and now she is back, and she's just given us a quest. If we take a look at the quest, it is Fathom Deep. Follow the pawn's instructions and collect the necessary number of Wakestones. The dark void of the Everfall seems without end, and yet you feel compelled to press on to some final destination. So we have to collect 20 Wakestones in order to proceed through the story. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to kind of spoil it just a little bit. Once you complete 20 Wakestones and you turn that quest in, you are going to end the game. Once you do that, there is no turning back. You will go through a portal. I won't tell you what's going to happen on the other side. We'll see that later on. But you do not have the option to then go back and play the game at all until New Game Plus. So just keep that in mind. You can collect the Wakestones, but until you are ready for New Game Plus, do not turn them in. We are in the Everfall, as I've said, but we're not going to go into the doors just yet. So we can see we have a door right here. There are a number of platforms here, but before we do that, I want to show you that it is possible to leave. You aren't stuck down here. You don't have to find an alternate way out. Your fairy stones will still work, and we're going to use one right now to head back topside to Grand Soren because we want to take a look at some of the key NPCs and locations that are still available. Now, of course, the Pawn Guild is completely fine. We will stop by there momentarily because there are a number of good things in there, and there's an alternate entrance into the Everfall. We already noticed that just over here, Caxton is still around, offering his full services, and he does have some new gear for us. We have Camilla, still offering her goods and wares. Excellent. Of course, you still have the Arsmith, who will have some quests on this notice board, and very importantly, Montebank has moved to this section, and we are actually going to use his services here right away.
'Tis proof beyond question the Dukes failed to protect Grand Soren and her people.
It's nice to know that not everyone thinks that we actually caused this. I mean, okay, we did, but it wasn't our intention.
I'm sure you'll find all you need. Or there. Quite the pretty little item you have there, friend.
I have a few pretty little items, thank you.
Why not leave it with me a while? I'll craft you a forgery fit to fool the Maker's own eye.
I think we will do just that. As I mentioned last time, the daggers that we picked up can be ranked up using the Love in the Rough, which we got from rescuing Eleanor from the Blighted Manse, but we only have one. So it is very important to me, if we want to hang on to it, that I actually create a copy.
I'll not beat round.
So 82,500, we can do that.
Anytime.
And we'll come back in a couple days' time to pick that up, and we will upgrade our daggers. Perfect. Okay, we already know that the Noble District is not exactly a safe place for us, but what we can do is pop down here into the agricultural area. And we'll see that there are indeed some refuge camps set up because a lot of people were displaced. I'm sure a lot of people unfortunately lost their lives when the Everfall erupted, but some people were able to make it out.
Not a chance you're a traitor, sir. I won't hear of it.
Here for a cut? Aye, we're still open. We're a queer pair, aren't we? You and I. What will it be today,
So if you want to actually change the look of your Arisen or your pawn, you can still do that because Devin the Barber is here. Fantastic. Got some random pawns still. Here's just another pawn with the unicorn horn. Always fun. Always fun to see the rhino look. Over here, we have one of the merchants from one of the camps.
What do you make
So
of that
Sir
sky,
Alfonso.
Arisen? Not that I could do, but carry on regardless. Just name it, sir.
We can rest here, we can manage our inventory, we can also learn set skills. It's interesting that he's here because we can rest for 100 gold, whereas in the Pawn Guild, another NPC has moved in there, and he'll allow you to rest, but for his standard price of 500 gold. So save yourselves the 400 gold if you don't want to make your way back to Caverns and just rest here.
Come again.
And we actually have Pip and Sarah.
Have you seen the pit? Some sight. The place where our old home was. He's gone. All of it. Just gone. We'd all have died for sure.
Now, he didn't actually say it, but there were definitely some indication that he is maybe not as angry at us for evicting him and his family, because he believes he would be dead right now if they had been in the home. Very interesting. We have a knowledge share here. Excellent. If you want to change your pawn's inclination, again, I still recommend just using the elixirs from the NPC in the encampment. And then let's actually head into the Pawn Guild. And let's see what else we have. I recommend actually doing just this, just to familiarize yourself with the new NPC locations, but also because there are a number of quests you may want to pick up before you actually head down into the Everfall. But we have our dear friend Asalam.
A clever trick indeed. Here we all cower with our heads to the sky, waiting for death to come on dragon's wings, and the damn ground falls out from under us. The Makers played us all for fools this time. And now we... there's not to do but laugh. Have your pick, any you like.
And he does offer all of his services, resting, item management, skills, and you can still manage your vocation. And a lot more quests here. So, defeat a cockatrice, we can do that. 7 Geosaurians, absolutely. 30 direwolves, no big deal. 7 Grim Goblins, we haven't seen these yet. These are the upgraded, more dangerous versions of goblins. They are all over Gransys. Killing 7 will not be a task whatsoever. Defeat a Lich. That, however, might prove to be a bit of a challenge. We have not fought a Lich before. Very cool. So one more thing before we pop our head back into the Everfall, and that is we are going to grab whatever remaining from a different sky quests there are. 3 more. Excellent. We are easily on track to complete all 101 playthrough, which is very, very cool indeed. So I wanted to show you this. You don't actually have to jump off the ledge in top of Grand Soren, because you can still use this entrance. It is going to look vastly different. Oh, there should be a chest right up here. Indeed there is. Oh, Liquid Vim. Awesome. Especially because we've started to use it finally. So the Everfall looks very, very different. And actually, we have Quince here, which is interesting. She was on a different platform. But this is the Flame Servant Throne. This was at the very bottom of the Everfall last we checked, but now, due to the upheaval, it has shifted position very greatly. Throughout the Everfall, you will occasionally run into a pawn/merchant like Akeem here.
Well met, Arisen. With a dying breath, my mistress bade me stay here. And so this pawn lingers, that the meager offerings I've collected may serve future Arisen on their path. Choose as you will, sir.
So you can sell him items, you can buy some items. He does have some rather uncommon items. Some of these curatives can be uncommon, but he also sells a lot of tools. So if you're not a magic user and you're playing solo without actually any pawns, you have a number of magical items that you can use. He has most of the jewels. Actually, I think he has all the jewels. He also has a lot of the tomes that you can use to use some magic spells. Can be very, very helpful.
I am ever at your service.
Nothing. Oh, the Sundering Spear Tome. There's an example of a tome. I'll have to try to remember to use that so we can actually play around. Okay, well, it's time to actually dive into the Everfall. Should be fun. So let's do it. And you can just keep falling and falling and falling, and if you land on one of the ledges, you will take some fall damage. It is a set amount. I think it's 200 HP. You do not actually die from it, and if you go all the way to the bottom, you just start again from the top. Actually, start even further above the top. But what we want to do is, if we get close to an edge and hit E, which is the grab button, or the interact button, you'll actually grab the ledge, and you won't take any fall damage, but you will have to sit through a rather lengthy cutscene every time you grab the ledge. So just something to keep in mind. Alright, perfect. Now, in the Everfall, there are all these different ledges, and they do correspond to different bosses, different loot, and then at the very bottom, you do have the ultimate dragon, the Dragon, or the Dragon, depending on how you say it. And we're going to talk a lot more about that later on, because he has very unique mechanics behind him, especially as far as the damage you do to him and the loot you obtain from him. That is going to probably be an episode in and of itself, just because of the complexity. But with the Everfall, the first ledge that you go into is always going to end up being the same door. So let's pop inside.
Are we truly trapped here?
The Chamber of Confusion. Every door, if it's the first one you've gone into, is going to be the Chamber of Confusion, because there's a creature in here that is actually distorting time and space as we know it. And we're going to have to deal with him if ever we are to proceed further on into the Everfall. And who do we have here?
There are those among the pawns that haunt this place who attack any they see. I know not the cause of their corruption. Perhaps no one does.
So we actually have to worry now about some pawns killing us. Now, this is going to be an interesting take. So, actually, pawns, come over here. We have 2 ornate chests. In the Everfall... No. Conan, stop. Conan, you're literally the worst right now. Anyway, there's still one more chest I can still show you. We're going to make a save point right here. So we're just going to save and continue. And I want to show you an example of the chest mechanics or the item mechanics, save scumming if you want to call it that. I think that's a bit derogatory, but at any rate. So if you open the chest and you don't see what you want, you'll go into your inventory, select tools, and then you want the God's Bane, an almighty divine blade received along with your returned heart. It has the power to guide the chosen to true freedom, and only the Arisen can use this. This has some very strong story significance later on, but we can use it in order to get the items that we want. I am not actually going to use this mechanic. I prefer to play my own way in that I take whatever I'm given. If I want to farm the chest, then I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way of resting, killing the boss, coming back, looting, rinse and repeat. I don't have anything against it. It's just personally the way I prefer to play. It is strictly a personal preference. So let's go and see it in action. So we open this chest, and what do we have inside? We have a fairy stone. Ew, gross. Who wants a dirty, nasty fairy stone, especially when I have an eternal one? So we will hold it, and we will kill ourselves. Very important, well, you don't want to use a Wakestone, you want to retry. If you retry from last checkpoint, then you will go back to whenever you rested in or exited the Pawn Rift. But retry will go back to the save we created. We can see that the left chest is closed yet again, so let's take a look, and we get a fairy stone. Okay, this might be a bad example. This might be a set item. I'm honestly not sure. I don't have the chest memorized in the Everfall like many people do. So I do have to apologize if I don't seem quite sure what I could get out of it. There are a number of loot tables that I am just unfamiliar with, but there is the wiki if you really want to know exactly what you can get and get your best possible odds of getting it.
This place feels like
oh boy, and here we go. This is our very first evil eye. Although we've seen him before, we didn't get a chance to fight him. This is the creature, these probably look familiar, that we encountered at the bottom of the Everfall very early on. We just didn't see his body. Instead, he was sending out the tentacles to actually hinder us from leaving. So we need to kill him this time. Killing him will allow us access to the rest of the Everfall. Now, you can probably guess where his weak spot is. If you've ever played a video game before, there are typically two ways of knowing where the weak spot is. It glows, or it's a gigantic eye. In this case, we have a giant, almost glowing eye. So let's go ahead and start putting some damage on him. Of course, he's still rather protected, so we're going to have to see if we can get on him. And get some tentacles. No. Yeah, we need to knock some of these tentacles off so we can stun him. You can see that they do have their health bars, just like the Hydra heads or the Chimera snake tail. Not doing a whole lot. Don't get caught in that beam, guys. Get out. And you've been cursed. Ow.
I'll act as bait. Watch for his spells.
Okay.
It's a troubling foe.
Let's see. Turn around.
I'll grab hold of it. I'll grab it. Take the chance to attack. I'll strike his
So as you can see, when we try to actually attack him, we are just hitting a barrier and we're doing no damage. What we need to do is actually attack him when he is attacking. You can see that we actually just got a good stun in there. Oh, and he just disappeared. Okay. He'll be back. He'll be back. You guys are doing a good job. We'll just kill these tentacles in the meantime. There he is. So let's get... Oh, is he... There we go. Can we get a Gale Harness in time? I don't know. We'll see. He is weak to Holy, but we don't have any Holy at the moment. There we go. Look at that damage. He's going down so quickly, and that's it. Once you have him down on the ground there, he is not something you need to worry about. And we get all these delicious loots, including Wakestones. Every boss in the Everfall is going to drop Wakestones for you. In fact, how many did I just get? 3? Okay, just 2. We just got 2 from that, and that's fine. But you can see getting 20 really is not going to take a whole lot of time because every boss is going to drop them. It's very, very useful. Well, not open. All right, let's just quickly loot around here. See if there's anything to find. No, not so much. Okay. Well, then we can head out. We are now free to explore the rest of the Everfall floor by floor.
What is this place?
So with one floor down, as I said, we can start going floor by floor and clearing the Everfall. We are not going to do that just yet. I want to go in a rather logical progression, and we're going to wait to do that until next time. But what we can do is take on some of the side quests that we have picked up at the different notice boards, so we can actually start seeing what has changed in Grand Soren and in Gransys in the post-game. And the one I'm most interested in, we picked up in Caverns, and it is called... Oh, what is it called? There it is, a challenge. Defeat something in the Frontier Caverns. Last time we went to the Frontier Caverns, all we did was fight a couple of Cyclopes and some Goblins. So what could possibly be there now that's so dangerous they don't even want to tell us what we're about to fight? Well, let's find out by heading to Devilfire Grove and heading into the Shadow Fort. Well, we know that something has changed here because look at our stamina. Our stamina is now going down. Previously, this was a safe area, and we didn't have to worry about stamina consumption. Something isn't right. So let's just head straight to the Frontier Caverns. Oh, got a oh no! The ballistas are manned again. Okay, let's head through. Let's go clear the fort, and then we'll take care of the Cyclopes, and then we'll head down into the Frontier Caverns. Well, definitely a lot fewer goblins at the very least. And the others? Okay, so we have another Cyclops up here, just like last time.
A Tuscan's broken loose. It's far stronger than a common goblin.
Okay, get some armor off. Careful, Archimedes.
We can likely jump inside from here, Master.
I don't plan on jumping inside.
It's Roth. Stand clear. No.
Get under him.
They hold the advantage. Goblins hate fire.
All right, guys, start taking him out. Taking him out.
We'll rout them in a single goblins here like fire.
Oh, Conan, where are you going? Guys, we can kill him very easily if we all just actually pitch in. No? Okay. Oh, and he broke the blasted ballista. That other goblin was very smart. I have to give him credit. That was good. Alright, let's kill these guys, get them out of the way. Come on. Oh, who's down? Are several of my pawns down? We might actually have to go down and rescue. I don't know what they were thinking. Archimedes, what? Why are you all the way over here?
What a gaff. We must do aught about its armor. I'll grab
Okay.
its leg to draw
All right.
its ire.
And I see Silverius. Did Conan? No, Conan's here. Oh, Conan. I see Conan. All right. You guys can stay there. I'm going to go deal up above. You guys don't need to see this. We've done this numerous times, so I'll be back in just a moment.
Be cautious. Pays no heed to its feet when enraged. We have triumphed.
Okay, the courtyard is finally clear. All of the goblins on the Bliss have been taken out. We are going to head into the Frontier Caverns and see what question mark really is.
Take care. From here on, the caves swarm with the goblins.
Well, let's deal with these goblins then.
A hobgoblin arisen. Goblins! Ranged attacks. Well, like goblins here like fire. Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling still. Hobgoblins are weak. Let's have its armor and shield. It's a troubling foe. Goblins hate fire. Goblins here like fire. Did it. Strength in numbers.
Okay. Get all those pesky little goblins out of the way. We just have a couple of more. And they just keep lining up for the slaughter.
Our strength brought us
It's fine with me.
Tis far stronger than a common goblin.
And, oh, it actually looks pretty clear. Maybe we just have to go kill some goblins. Or not. We finally get to square off against the Hydra that we fought in the encampment. We cut off one of its heads, which is clearly grown back by now, which is fine, but we get to do him in once and for all. Is this the very same Hydra that killed Alicia, Reynard's sister, and ultimately led to Reynard's father's death? I don't know. I'm not sure. I like to think that it is. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to... Oh, jeez. Well, first we're going to go rescue Archimedes. But then I'm going to pop a liquid vim, and I'm going to get on the Hydra and start going after its heads, one by one. Interesting mechanic with the Hydra. Once you cut a head off and the neck is exposed, it will take increased damage. So let's get a liquid vim going. There we go. And let's get to climbing. Oh, I should have used a gale harness, but this will go very quickly. See if I can get another head. I'm hitting him right in the head, so it's doing all right. All right, let's gale harness.
What do you propose? Now to climb its neck and strike. The head
You can see that the neck is on the ground. Let's do some damage.
Give no quarter. Its heads work in unison.
Alright, well, got some damage.
I'll grab hold of it.
Grab. Oh. Oh, he really hurts when he does that charge move, huh?
I'll strike at his neck from here.
Can't get the neck. Okay, that's not considered the neck. I'm too low. Go higher. And how about there? There we go. Ouch. Ouch, indeed. That tail is very, very deadly. Archimedes, of course, it's you. I'm going through curatives very quickly. We might actually have to resort to a little bit of bow action right now. Okay, this is working.
Now to climb its neck and strike. Focus on the wounded head. Cut deep enough and we'll cleave that head clean off.
Alright, here we go. Oh, that's the severed head.
Another head. It's grown frenzied.
You can see it takes some time. Oh no!
The head's regrown.
Oh, I really, really need you guys to help. Ooh, that was close. That was very, very close.
Focus on the wounded head. Cleave it free. A moment's destruction can prove fatal. Climb the neck.
I don't want to climb the neck right now.
A blade might sever its head. I'll strike its head.
Oh, hey, Goblin. Oh, you knocked me out of Gale Harness just before I was able to complete it. Rude. Ow. Oh, geez, Archimedes again? Yeah. Archimedes needs to stay back just a little bit. And I have no more. Oh gosh, I have no more potent green Warishes. He's a little bit more than halfway dead. I think we'll take out a couple heads and maybe use another Liquid Vim. Okay, Liquid Vim time. There we go, and let's see, do I have a Hearthspud? We'll do a Hearthspud milk just for some more health.
Now to climb its neck and strike.
There we go.
Sever each head, one after the next.
Okay, now get out of there.
The head's regrown, cut deep enough and we'll cleave that head clean off. It's a troubling foe. I'll strike at its neck from here.
There we go. All right, fall down.
Well unified. A blade might sever its head. I'll grab hold of it.
Turn around. Escape. We almost got him.
It's grown another.
Fall down.
Strike from above. It's a troubling foe. I know the beast's feel. Its head is healed from its prey.
Okay, keep it going, guys.
It aims to eat us. Look out! No. The head's regrown.
Yes, they regrow. Just keep going. And there we go. No more. And again, I would really like to think, very much like to think that that is the Hydra that killed Alicia and caused Reynard's father to pass. And we were fortunate enough to take him out. What are you still just gonna fight him? Just for funsies? You know, he is dead. Alright, do we get any drops from him? Need to scout around. I don't need goblin horns. Should have gotten some. Let's see.
Leave it to me.
Just some standard loot. Haha, but this was locked previously. The Malorian Cyclops Veil, pretty cool helmet. Really good defense, and if you like the look of Cyclops, well, you might just like the look of Cyclops on your own head. Oh, here we go. Hydra scales. Ooh, a lot of Hydra
There's
scales.
a tangled
Nice.
knot of paths inside.
Very, very good. Okay. Well, I think, you know what? We're running a little bit past when I want to do what I wanted to do for this episode, but let us go back to Grand Soren. We're going to go rest for a couple days, go talk to Montebank, get the copy of Love in the Rough, upgrade our daggers, and then we'll call it there.
Everfall's base. I don't think it possible.
All right, Montebank, do you have what I need?
Seen this? 'Tis. I'm sure you'll find here.
You sure do.
I'm
Excellent.
sure you'll find out anytime.
So let us go and upgrade our daggers and do even more damage. Very, very exciting. All right, Caxton, brought something for you.
Me, a masterworks all.
And let's see. Go from 512 strength to 573. Not bad at all. Excellent.
A master.
Okay, so that is going to wrap up this episode. We took our first trip into the Everfall, fought our very first evil eye. We killed a Hydra, which is the first one we've ever actually defeated. We've only cut a head off before. And we got a bit of a tour of Grand Soren. Next time, we have a number of side quests to take on. We're going to do some exploration of Gransys as a whole, take a look at some of the areas that have changed and some of the new creatures that have come about as a result of the Everfall spilling open. Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.